lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I got a suggestion from Leonie Rutten 7384 to do one on Jett Rebel. So I will be doing one on him. Thank you so much for the suggestion, and please, you guys, please keep bringing those suggestions in. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who loves Jett or really loves his content. Now let's get right into the video. Jett Rebel was born on January 24th, 1991, so this qualifies him to be an Aquarius. With this placement, he's someone who's good at completing his work by going out of bounds. He's someone that does not like to follow the path of others, and he's very strong-minded and can at times be stubborn by nature, and this does come a lot because Aquarius is a fixed placement, so the stubbornness is something that they have at times, but they're very innovative people. They love to do things that are different than others. They are huge humanitarians. They love to help people who are less fortunate than them, and they just love helping people as a whole. They love to do what's great for society as a whole, not just the individual. And they're just great people. They are able to go through things and become stronger because they are ruled by Saturn, but they're very great people. Up next will be his moon in Taurus, and this is actually a very great placement. He's someone who loves to attract whatever he sets his eye on. He loves a connection and he loves feeling admired with others. This is great because Taurus is ruled by the moon, so it's a very great placement to have. Also with this placement, they're the types of people who love to have stability in their life. Stability is something that drives them to do what they do in life. They love to be calm and they love a calm environment. They're the types of people who are very affectionate. They're very nurturing. They love being pampered. At times they can be stubborn due to them being an earth placement and due to them being a fixed sign. They do not like change that much, so that's something that can be hard for them, is showing change. But that's something that is very beneficial for him and anyone with this placement. Up next would be his Mercury in Capricorn, which is interesting because he is an Aquarius, so he either gets to have a Mercury in Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces. He's someone who's very cautious in his ways, and he's someone who thinks carefully before he does anything. He's someone who's also very reserved in his expressions. He's someone who does have conservative communication. He's very efficient with his words. He does have a lot of serious opinions. He's someone who has a lot of ambitious speaking. He is someone who may have had traditional education, and he does have a responsible perception in his life and in his world. He's someone who is very much calculated in his reasoning and thinks very hard before he does anything. So he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's very much great at doing things that are very beneficial for him, and he's very practical in his speech as well. Up next would be his Venus in Aquarius. So with this placement, he's someone who is very much different. He wants someone more of a friend than of a relationship partner. That's actually the best way for you to really get to be with an Aquarius Venus, is first be someone who is their friend, and then they're able to get into a relationship. He's someone who's very unusual and is attracted to somebody like that. He can be very unpredictable, And he wants someone who's like that, but he's very progressive, very logical, and very humanistic. He's very open-minded and thoughtful of the future. He wants to be seen as someone who's very rebellious, unique, and different. He's someone who loves an unconventional relationship. He's friendly to everyone and is typically popular and well-liked. He can be detached and aloof at times to his partner, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't love them. Up next would be his Mars in Gemini. With this placement, he's someone who's very intellectual, very adaptable, and has great communication skills. They are quick-witted, and they have a very great desire for excitement and variety, and tends to move towards a restless energy. He's also someone who loves to do things differently than others, and sometimes his drive can change from time to time because Mars has a lot to do with the drive that you have, what drives you. So whatever at the moment really drives him is something that he will work hard at and make sure that he continuously is great at it. He's someone who is happy when anything that interests him comes to him. He may have a short attention span, and that can be hard to complete tasks because he wants something interesting, but he can really work around that. Up next would be his Jupiter in Leo, and with this placement, he's someone who has a lot of self-confidence and self-esteem, and he may have ego and superiority complex at times because of this placement. This is also a fame placement that a lot of people observe. They're the types of people who are going to get things done and make sure that they accomplish every goal that they are destined to accomplish. So this is a great placement simply because they're able to really get what they want. They're the luckiest when they lead and they are working with others. Personally, they are the luckiest when they're surrounded by family, friends, and luck flows more effortlessly when they are around these people. So in his professional life, leading and working with others, and surrounded by friends and family in his personal life. So this is a great placement to have, and he's been able to use it to the best of his ability. Up next would be his Saturn in Capricorn, and this is actually a great placement to have. They're the types of people who are going to be very ambitious because of this placement and will do their best to make it to the top of their field. Having this placement is also a learning lesson as well because Saturn is ruled by Capricorn, Aquarius, and Libra. And those are very great placements to have in Saturn. And this placement, they're able to learn a lot about patience and learn a lot about changes that happen in their life. They're always continuously learning lessons, and at times it can be hard and difficult because continuously learning lessons about life can be very hard, but Saturn really protects them, and in the long run, he will be able to get everything that he wanted because of his patience, and as well as him learning all the lessons that this placement has for him. So even though it can be hard, it's also a great placement to have. Up next would be his Uranus in Capricorn, and with this placement, he's someone who's all about planning for the future as much as possible. He's someone that this will automatically make him an innovator, and if you listen to his music and if you watch a lot of the things that he does, he's someone who is very innovative and he's very different. He's able to find different ways to make money for himself. Him being a singer and an artist, and he's very great at that. He's also someone who is very creative in his art and in his works. He's someone who's very adaptable in a way in regards to who he is as a person in regards to his persona. He's someone who's great at seeking out practical solutions to a changing society, attitudes to customs, traditions, and authority structures. He's someone who's logical and an orderly manner of dealing things that matter with a result in permanent and carefully planned but sweeping reforms. Up next would be his Neptune in Capricorn, and with this placement, he tends to focus on ways to increase his power, wealth, and influence. And this is actually his third Capricorn placement, so he is a Capricorn stellium. He has a lot of Capricorn energy, so that's something that is shown a lot. and something that will benefit him a lot in the best ways as well. He's also someone who is going to make sure that he's going to work as hard as he can to increase his influence and wealth and power. And that is Capricorn energy. That is Capricorn vibes in any placement. He's someone who idealizes work all the time, so working is a number one priority for him. He's very practical and has the ability to attain reasonable goals. But because he also stresses the need to be selfless and giving, he's someone who may find it difficult to attain his goals unless he has lowered his expectations on all fronts. This is hard and difficult because he needs to realize that he's great at what he does and doesn't need to lower his expectations. Up next would be his Pluto in Scorpio. So he's been able to get this placement because he was born between 1984 and 1995. He is a millennial, so he's someone who has a lot of intensity in himself, and he loves to face what is scary. He's someone who loves to make collective issues conscious. He's someone who's all about collective movements and revolutions in his life. He's someone who loves to look at things that are deeper and looks at things that are going on behind the scenes. So this is his generation, and the next generation will help really remedy those issues behind the scenes that are really doing things for that generation. And having this placement is very interesting and unique because people with this placement have really brought a lot of different things in this world and have brought a lot of different revolutions. Last but not least is his North Node in Capricorn. And with this placement, he will need to really uncover his hidden gifts and talents by developing these attributes. So one is self-control, approaching life from an adult position, having self-respect, staying goal-oriented, being sensible in his approach to problem solving, keeping commitments and promises, letting go of the past, having a lot of self-care for himself, accepting responsibility for his success, also being able to be self-sufficient, thanking others for their willingness to help but choose to take care of things himself, using his wisdom to create the life that he knows he can have, identifying with the Father within, creating goals for himself and executing them, committing to his visions. Also not being afraid of hard work, being disciplined and responsible, and hold the fort together for himself. That's all I had for you lovelies today in regards to Jett's natal chart. Please let me know down below how you guys felt about it. Did you get a better understanding as to who he is as a person? Please also let me know down below who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. And thank you so much for your suggestions. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you've hit that notification bell. Please also make sure you hit that share button as well and that like button. Last but not least, please make sure you are subscribed to my Abbie Dagrin accounts from Facebook down to podcasts. Also my Gael Beauty account from my Etsy store to my Instagram account. And last but not least, my PayPal account that is linked down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.